Hello, Professor. Thank you for participating in our interview, even though you're busy. Then please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. I'm Professor S. Sivakumar. I'm working as an associate professor in the Department of Bioenvironmental Energy, Pusan National University, Muriang Campus, South Korea.
How did you become interested in your field of expertise? Also, what field are you currently working on?
During my PhD, my research work was focused on to study the pollutant transformation from soil to earthworm. Then after, I was focused to remove the pollutant from soil and water using plant we called as phytoremediation. The results was surprising to me because the behavior of the plant against the pollutant was varied. Therefore, I am interested to identify the high growing potential plant against the pollutant. Currently, I am working with the azolla, a biofertilizer in the rice field for the removal of pollutant. The various range of heavy metals were reported in South Korean soil. Therefore, currently I am trying to phytoremediation of heavy metals from agricultural land soils in Korea using azolla.
Okay, thank you. And I would like to ask you a question about biomonitoring, one of the areas of your interest. Research for biomonitoring various harmful substances is active being conducted at home and abroad. What do you think is the most important reason for this ecosystem cycle?
The biomonitoring of contaminated environment, especially water and soil environment, is an important aspect nowadays since the harmful chemicals are spreading everywhere in the environment. By food web, these chemical substances are transferring from plant to animal and then transfer to human being called as biotransformation. This process is harmful for human society. The biotransfer harmful substances are stored in the plant, animal and human body called as bioaccumulation and injure the metabolic function of the cells. In this scenario, plants are easy, cheap and good biomonitoring tool to identify the contaminated or polluted environments. This could help to reclamation of contaminated environment and then can maintain the clean environment.
Next, Professor has also conducted numerous biomonitoring studies. Is there any most memorable study? If so, why is it most memorable and what role do you expect the research topic to play in the ecosystem in the future?
There are two memorable studies in my biomonitoring experiment. One is the plant named common Passolane, where the leaf, stem alone and also the whole plant body can used as a biomonitoring tool. In the second interesting study is using tamarind tree for bioremediation aspect. Bioremediation or biomonitoring aspect. It can grow both side of highway road in India for hundreds of years. So, and these three are bioaccumulating various types of toxic chemicals released from vehicular smoke.
Thank you. And while usually in a harmonious symbiotic relationship, so it's safe to say that every living thing on Earth, including humans, is connected through microorganisms. Circulation also changes depending on the environment and conditions. What role does microorganisms play in this process?
Generally, the microorganisms are used for removal of toxic chemicals in the environment we called as bioremediation. However, for bioremediation aspect, plants are doing major role with the support of microorganism. At the same time, various types of microorganisms also alone used as bioindicator or biomonitoring of contaminated environment. Recently, we are using the microbial molecular analysis methodologies for the routine assessment of environment quality. Those microbial molecular functions are important for energy and nutrient cycling of the ecosystems.
Earlier, you explained the role of microorganisms in the circulation, and we are well aware that toxic microorganisms such as Salmonella, the cause of food poisoning, have a lot to do with the health and disease of the human body. So, how does toxic microorganism affect the environment and circulation especially?
The microorganisms are classified in two types, namely beneficial microorganisms and pathogenic microorganisms. The beneficial microorganisms are habitat in soil and supporting the plant growth by supplying an important nutrient to plants. In the case of animals and human beings, the microbial habitat in stomach which help to digest the food in animal and human stomach. Unlike beneficial microorganisms, the pathogenic microorganisms are habitat in air, soil, water, and food, can cause and spread the disease to plants, animals, and human beings. Recently, the global pandemic COVID-19 is the best example of spreading of pathogenic microorganisms in all over the world.
So, plastic biodegradation is drawing attention amid the movement to share the environmental problem caused by plastic and to find ways to minimize adverse effects on the ecosystem. It is argued that research should be conducted on the type of microorganisms that decompose plastic and under what conditions they exhibit preferred biodegradation. And I wonder what the professors think about this.
The plastic pollution has become one of the most pressing environmental issues as rapidly increasing production of disposable plastic product. The smaller pieces are like a less than 5 mm of plastic we called as microplastic have been found in ocean water, drinking water, and in the air. The experimental evidences showed that the microplastic could lead to cancer and affect the organs in living organisms. The degradation of plastic by microorganisms like bacteria, actinomycetes, and fungi is called as biodegradation process. The secretion of enzyme from the outer cell of microbes called as extracellular enzyme and inside of the microbial cell we called as intracellular enzyme is responsible for the degradation of plastics. Depolymerization and mineralization are the two processes involved to break down the plastic polymers. Both aerobic and anaerobic microbes are involved in this process.
Okay, and next question. What is direction of future research on your field of interest? Also, what is your ultimate goal through the numerous studies you have done or future studies?
Clean up the contaminated environment is a big task nowadays. Therefore, my research goal is to clean up the environment, especially soil and water system by using plant. My upcoming study will be focused to remove the contaminant in the rice field by using azolla.
Okay. Lastly, please say a word to the younger generation who are interested in these environmental fields and will lead the environment in the future.
Nature gifted the clean the environment to human beings, but due to improvement of human lifestyle, various type of pollutants like solid, liquid, and gas forms are entered to the environment. Therefore, to protect the environment, the upcoming younger generation will focus to find the suitable development ideas for the development of nation without destroying the environment. This is my suggestion to upcoming younger generation for the clean the environment.
So, this is the end of the interview. We hope that this interview will make many people more interested in the environment. Once again, thank you to the professor for accepting the interview.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.